How would you feel if you were locked in an enclosure your entire life? SeaWorld keeps animals in their enclosures for their whole life after they're captured, and they don't give them the proper treatment. I'm going to tell you about the problems of SeaWorld, what may cause these problems or what does cause these problems, and I'm going to give some possible solutions to these problems. So, some problems of SeaWorld is that they treat their wildlife too poorly, and the wildlife spends their whole life in these small enclosures. ProjectAware.org says SeaWorld keeps its animals for entertainment and money and helps no one but themselves. SeaWorld has a big tourist attraction, so they make a lot of money, so they don't really care about these animals. They are receiving a lot of hate currently because of videos of them poorly treating their animals, however. But currently the money is overruling the hate that they're receiving, so that's why they're still in business. SeaWorld needs to provide bigger enclosures for their animals. The animals are suffering because they can't swim around freely and are in these small enclosures looking at the same four walls, swimming in circles every day. They can't swim in these enclosures like they would be able to in the wild, which is how they're meant to swim. These animals, since they're also not in the wild, they're going to lack a lot of normal animal skills, such as communication skills with other animals of their species, and the common predatory skills that these species usually have. SeaWorld also herds horribly. They would herd their dolphins for capture, and then they'd capture them, and some dolphins would die in the process. The TravelRebellion.com also says that out of 300 orcas captured in the past 15 years, 12 have died in the process of capturing them, and half of those 300 have died within the next few months after they were captured and put into SeaWorld enclosures. These orcas would also be taken from their families, so if a mom or a dad was taken, these families would be stranded. Some of the causes of these problems were that humans are selfish, basically. The humans like to benefit themselves because they receive money from this, and they don't think of the consequences that would happen to these animals. Since they bring in money, they don't really care about what happens. And also, these animals can't fight back, and they're easy to capture, so they don't really feel bad taking them. The humans that capture them feel like the animals are lower than humans, so taking them for human entertainment isn't wrong. And this is also what a lot of people believe. A lot of people believe that since they're taken for entertainment, that it's okay, that it's fine, that these animals can deal with it, basically. That the benefits of taking these animals actually outweigh the consequences that these animals are dealing with. There are many solutions or things that can be done to fix this, however. If larger enclosures were made, then SeaWorld could stay open with happy animals and a happy crowd. If enclosures were built into the wild that the animals could swim around freely in, or just bigger enclosures in general, maybe less animals, a bigger aquarium for the animal, then this would just solve all the problems, and it would allow SeaWorld to continue to making money, and it would allow the animals to be happy and allow the angry people to be not as angry. But if SeaWorld can't do this, because I know it would be expensive and it's not something they would want to do, then SeaWorld might have to be shut down completely so that these animals could be roaming free, because the hatred for SeaWorld is continuing to grow and outweighing the people that actually want to still go to SeaWorld, and many parks are getting closed down, so eventually it would need to get shut down if these problems aren't fixed. To review, I believe SeaWorld is bad because they treat animals poorly, they can kill the animals during the capturing, and their animal enclosures are way too small for their animals. These problems are caused by the selfishness of humans due to the fact that it's bringing in money. And these problems, however, can be solved by making larger enclosures which could still allow for the money to be made and the animals to be happy. Or if that can't work, then SeaWorld might need to get shut down completely. in conclusion, I believe that SeaWorld is indeed bad, but can be fixed by making larger enclosures. That would be the best solution. And then my sources are projectaware.org and thetravelrebellion.com.